Today we're going to install a lowered seat pad on a CRF 250X. First thing, after you remove the seat from the bike, you want to flip it upside down and remove the staples with a straight blade screwdriver. A relatively small one. Get you in underneath the staple and so you can pry it up. And it works to pry it up both sides equally so that the staple can come out both sides without a problem. Once all the staples are off, remove the stock cover. And the seat pad will be, the factory has a little bit of glue on the pad to the seat base. So you have to be careful along the edges where the pad is really thin, and this one we've had off so it's not too difficult. But you just need to be careful when you peel the foam from the very side, it doesn't rip because it is very thin here. Otherwise, the rest of it comes off very easy. Take your new pad and cover. And you can use spray adhesive on the seat base if you want to just spray some down. It helps a little bit to keep it in place, but there is enough definition in the pad, or in the seat base and in the pad, so it kind of locks it in place. You don't have to be too worried about it. So you slide it over the top, and it kind of just fits in place. First step then is to bring the seat pad all the way back to the saddle. There's a Saddleman logo, and it will go right to the very edge of the seat base. And then you fold that around. It's going to be somewhat stretched, kind of a bow shape across the center. And at this point you also want to line up your seams so it's in the center of the seat. So you do that by adjusting it side to side, pulling it back. Once you have that in position, you flip it upside down, and using 1/4, 5/16 staples is what I prefer, just to keep the staple from bouncing. The plastic is pretty tough. Alright, once you have attached the rear, now I want to come to right where it curves. Is pretty much where, almost the center point. That's where I want to bring the sides down. And that way I can shift it from side to side, make sure that my seams are equal on either side, and pull that snug. Now you have to, it's be pretty easy to peel one side over. You don't want to pull too tight on one side when you let go of the other, because it can shift the whole cover off to one side. So once you get it, I just come in, tack it there. Now pull the opposite side. Make sure that it's nice and equal. Keep that tension on the cover. Wrap it around underneath. And tag that. Now that you have that, it's looking pretty good. Now you can just come around, and I go at maybe initially about 6 inches, another midway point, and I bring it down. Just trying to keep my seam nice and straight. do one at the top section here. So there, it's looking pretty good. You can come around to the back side now. And you will have to trim. The cover is normally in one piece. I just make a little slot, a little T-slot, just to wrap around your bolt, your bracket that mounts the seat. These corners are a little tricky to get them to lay nice and flat with the seam. Once you get a few staples in spread apart, then you'll just go back and fill in the gaps. And I like to see a staple every 1 inch is fine. So you'll pull this, and you can see the cover's, you know, plenty stretchy. So just pull it in place and start filling in. So once you're done installing all the staples, this is the finished product. Just mount it back on your bike and enjoy your ride.